Once you finish your data table and you're ready to represent it graphically, like the graph viewed on the right, highlight your table, go up to this thing that looks like a graph, click Insert Chart, and if it looks a little goofy like this, you might need to use column B as labels, since we want our second column to be the label of one of our axes. Now it looks a little better. What we need to do next is enter the title and label our axes. So if we click on Charts, we can see we have a couple different types. I want to leave it as a line graph. You might want a column graph at times or a pie chart, depending on what type of data you have. But let's stick with line graph for now. So stick with line graph, click on Customize. Title. I want to title my graph, When Should Mr. Fox Drink His Coffee? Alright. And you can change it, bold it, italicize it, change the font, change the color. But for right now, we're just going to have a simple title. After that, scroll down to Axis. Notice you have horizontal axis and you have the left vertical axis. We're going to start with horizontal. My data for the horizontal axis right here is the time. So for horizontal axis, for my title, I want to name it Time in Minutes. For my vertical axis, I want to name it Temperature in Celsius. So now my graph is a little more clear. I have a title, I know what my left vertical axis is, and I know what my horizontal axis is. So that's the steps for making a basic graph that looks like the one on the right. And when you have it completed, you can click Insert, and it will make your graph on the spreadsheet. If you want it on a separate sheet, which I recommend so it's easier to look at, it's easier to edit, click on Move to Own Sheet. When you do that, it'll be on its own sheet in the spreadsheet, and it'll be a little easier to modify, edit, or take a larger look at without covering your original data table. Good luck graphing!